I want to make a video while I wait and do laundry. Got my e-bike there. I love this e-bike. I've been using it because my cyclocross bike is not working, so I don't get any exercise out of this e-bike, so that's no good. But anyways, what I want to talk about is my drug use. I saw someone post a video, and she shared her drug use, and I thought she was a great storyteller, so I wanted to share the same story. So for me, for example, I got into drugs. What was my first drug? Was marijuana, and I was just with a couple friends, and we went over to someone's house, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna do weed, man. We're gonna smoke marijuana." And first time I did it, I was laughing. Wow, I was laughing the entire time, every time. And so, to me, every time after that, when they were like, "Yeah, let's go smoke," I'm like, "Yeah," because I think I was also depressed, and I was like 18, 19, and I was thinking to myself, I was kind of a loser because I didn't have a girlfriend and things like that. And so, yeah, doing weed, I was like, oh, I feel cool. Anyways, then it kind of went downhill after that. I remember a couple jobs. I worked at Subway. I worked at Panda Express in the mall. If you don't know what Panda Express, it's like fast food, Chinese fast food or something like that. I don't remember if it's Chinese or what, but I worked at Subway, and I would go to work high, like all the time. And then I worked at Starbucks in the airport, serving coffee. And I think that one was my favorite job, but I ended up quitting because I just wanted to smoke weed. I don't remember why. I just thought to myself, oh man, I don't know. I was smoking weed. I would go there high too. I would just go everywhere high and just smoke, and you get those red eyes, and I was just laughing the entire time. People didn't know why I was laughing. I used to hide smoking like in my bedroom when my mom didn't want me to do it. She didn't like that I would do it, but I would just do it anyway, and I would tell her, oh, you don't know, you don't understand, or something like that. I don't know, something stupid. And then I would smoke. I would create like a pipe out of an apple and smoke through that. And I had bongs, and I would try joints and all this stuff. And what really made it worse is I met this girl who my friend set me up with her, and she would smoke, and I was like, oh, she's into me because I smoke, so I should keep smoking. And I don't know, I tried to get with her. I would take her out and just treat her to weed and all this stuff, but nothing ever happened. I mean, we'd make out and stuff like that, but I never initiated it past that. Anyways, and then after that, I'm like, weed was getting expensive, and I wasn't really working too much because I kept quitting. And then I started to smoke like this synthetic stuff. The girl I was seeing, I was trying to get with, she would smoke that stuff, and that's when things went downhill. It started like messing with my brain. I started like not hallucinating, but I started to, what's the word? I feel like dissociating. I don't really, it just felt like I wasn't myself. Like I was like, in my brain, it was another thinker, and I'm over here, and then I had myself. It was just weird. It messed me up really bad, and I was going to school too, and I was going to college, and I think I quit college. But anyways, the college too wasn't really for me. I would have nightmares like, I would have nightmares like that I was so far behind school. I would, in my nightmare, I'd go to school and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I don't remember this. And then they're like, Henry, you haven't done your homework, you haven't done anything. I'm like, oh no, you know, I'd freak out. So anyways, this college isn't for me. And then I started drinking alcohol. No, I think I also did LSD. No, then I started drinking. I think it was drinking first. Yeah, was it drinking? Next was drinking. Next I started drinking. Yeah, I started drinking. Trying not to make this video too long. Then I started drinking alcohol. I think I did it for like just a few drinks, and then I quit that. But even then, I got a DUI. I drove while I was drunk, crashed my car. I didn't get hurt, and luckily no one else got hurt. And that, I went to jail, and then I got out, and I was like, I think I was still kind of drinking. No, and then I was like on probation. I wasn't allowed to drink and or smoke or do any drugs. I was going to Alcoholics Anonymous and all this stuff, Narcotics Anonymous. And then I went to do a drug test with my probation officer. Failed the test because I was still smoking. I remember I went to the gym and tried to sweat it out of my system. I was like, this is gonna work. And yeah, I went to jail. I got arrested right there. My sister drove me to the probation officer, and she didn't realize I got arrested, and she was like waiting hours, you know, stupid. So anyways, after that, I got arrested again, went to jail. After that, that's when I was like, you know what, I don't want to come back to jail anymore. It's stupid. Drugs are just, it's not for me. It's not helping me in life. I kept falling back. I'm like, fuck this. And got out of jail. Actually, wait a minute. No. After I got out of jail, I'm trying to think. No, after I got out of jail the first time, then I started doing shrooms, LSD, and I remember LSD was a bad trip. I only did it once, but then the shrooms thing, I just felt way different. I felt like time was non-existent, like I could think clearer or something like that. I was more confident, less depressed. It was weird. And then yeah, you know, I think I had an addiction to all this stuff because it, you know, it was giving me these feelings. Anyways, and then I went to jail again, and then that's when I decided to quit drugs completely. But I remember too, it was like, I thought weed was an addiction because, well, people would tell me it was like, you know, it's not good, it's an addiction. And I was like, no, it's not an addiction. You can't, everyone says you can't get addicted to weed. You can get addicted to weed. And, you know, it's the feeling we're chasing after. So that's what's giving us. But anyways, after that, I quit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to find that feeling that drugs give me. But I'm going to do it through healthy means. I don't know, prayer, eating healthy, going to bed early, changing my thinking, doing different things. And little by little, I noticed I was like, oh, okay, I feel good, I feel better, and just more positive. And I'm able to relax way better now and have that feeling of kind of euphoria where I can lay down somewhere and just look at the sky, listen to the nature, listen to the birds, people, and just relax. And for me, that's kind of what it felt like being on shrooms and stuff. And then marijuana, you know, it made me laugh. Now I just find things funny. Maybe like, I don't know, there's someone having a bit of a fight over there in the corner. Just for example, someone's fighting in the corner, and I'm just like, oh, that's kind of funny. But you know, I'm laugh at it for a little bit, but then realize, okay, the situation might be getting a little serious there, or something like that. Anyways, almost 10 minutes. Anyway, so then I quit that. I quit all of that. You know, I had a bunch of different adventures and stuff, especially when I went to, I had to do community service that was a funny experience. I met this girl there. I remember asking her to kiss me during Valentine's Day. I was like, hey, you know, and then we kissed, and after that she kind of stopped going to the community service thing, and I don't know, I guess I made things awkward. But it was, I don't know, I was desperate, you know, going to jail and stuff. I felt like a loser. Anyway, so after that, I haven't done drugs. Maybe once in a while someone will, it's been years since I smoked. Last time I smoked was with this other girl I met, but and then after that I almost wanted to go back to weed after that, but now I don't crave it. Even the smell of weed kind of grosses me out a bit. I mean, it's kind of nice sometimes if it's like, you know, attractive girls doing it, but like most of the time I'm just like, I don't want it. It's like a crutch, I guess. Caffeine, I never got into caffeine. I remember I tried when I was a dishwasher at a vegan restaurant. I tried drinking coffee because I was like, I needed energy. And then Starbucks, when I worked at the airport, I never got into coffee. It tasted gross. Took too much time to make. Like, I'm like, you gotta wait for the water to boil and then pour and then make it taste good. And I'm like, ah, fuck that. This is dumb. That's it. It's my drug use. I don't think I tried anything else. I don't want to try anything else. Just want to have a sharp mind, very clear, be able to see things clearly. Just because sometimes I do feel like I get drunk sometimes, especially when I'm dehydrated. Anyways, that's it. Let me know what you thought of that story while I'm waiting for my laundry to end. Got like an hour.